Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a really cool thing called a Pythagorean theorem spiral. So when you're finished, you're going to have something that looks like this, or possibly one a little bit smaller that looks like this. So in order to make it, you need three things. You need a ruler with either centimeters or inches, depending on which one you want to use. An index card is helpful because it's a little bit thicker to draw your straight lines. And then a white piece of paper. So to start, you're going to take your index card, and in one of the corners, since you have a 90-degree angle, you're going to measure 1 inch, and you want to be very precise so that it works out nicely. So 1 inch on one side and 1 inch on the other side. So here we've got our 90-degree angle, and I've measured 1 inch that way and 1 inch the other direction. Now, if you want to make your spiral a little bit smaller, then you're going to use the centimeter side of your ruler. I'm going to use the inch just so that it's a little bit bigger for our video. The next thing you're going to do is to take your paper and you're going to estimate, or you could actually measure, but you're going to put a dot as close to the center as possible. Next, you're going to take your index card and you're going to match up this circle, the dot, with your right angle on your index card. And then I'm going to draw a line up and draw a line over. All right, and again, you want to be very precise so that way this works out perfectly. So right now I have my right angle, and this is a 1 inch and a 1 inch. So now I'm going to use just any side of my index card, and I'm going to connect that to make my right triangle. So that's your first step. All right, so this was the dot. I'm going to stay on this side. I'm going to match up my right angle again. And now I'm going to draw straight up. And then I'm going to connect these sides. So again, this was my 1 inch side. So going all the way around is going to be 1 inch. Here's my right angle. Here's my right angle. So now I'm going to make this my right angle. So my right angle is always going to be on the outside. So I'm going to line this up, draw 1 inch up. I'm using a pen so you can see. Might be safer to use a pencil in case you need to erase. Then I'm going to connect these two lines. So again, I've got my right angle. That was my 1 inch side. So starting out, I have 1 inch, and then every side going all the way around is going to be 1 inch. So right angle, right angle, right angle. This is going to be my right angle. So I'm going to match up my right angle with that side. Draw up 1 inch. So again, that was my right angle. And I'm going to connect that side back to the center point. And you're going to be able to do this probably at least close to 14 times, believe it or not. And when you're finished, you're going to have, going all the way around, this nice, pretty spiral. So you'll notice 1 inch by 1 inch, 1 squared plus 1 squared is 2. So this is the square root of 2. Now I have the square root of 2 squared plus 1. Now that becomes the square root of 3, the square root of 4, square root of 5, and so on. So you'll notice that spiral just keeps adding one more onto that hypotenuse. So in this case, since I've got to the square root of 18, I actually got 17 triangles. Now I can keep going and it's going to start overlapping. That's an option. And then again, you could have done it with a centimeter and it just becomes a lot smaller. There are some really super cool designs that you can make with this spiral. I'll show you a few of them. This one, we've got just kind of a rainbow, so it's almost like a little carnival slide. Any Ohio State fans out there, check out this one. Super cool, turned into an Ohio State helmet. Not going to show you too many because I want to see what you can come up with. So make your spiral and then turn it into a really cool picture so I can show it off. All right, have fun.